World Cup Day 6 is in the books, and once again, I say it every day, but it was another phenomenal day. The stars were out, and the goals were being scored. A phenomenal day of games. This is Zach Talk Sports, and I'm recapping every day of World Cup action. Stick along for the journey and enjoy these videos. I'm having a fun doing them. And let's kick into the first game of the day, which was in Group I between France and Senegal. France, the team that has made it to back-to-back finals, winning in 2018, falling to Argentina in 2022. Kylian Mbappe, all these guys. First half was a close one. Senegal were playing. You could argue that they were outplaying the French team, who is obviously one of the favorites here, just always going to be. But coming off a disappointing Euros run where they only scored 4 goals, it was a disappointing run for them, and I'm sure they are trying to get better here in the World Cup. And they were outplayed by the Senegal team in the first half, but in the second half, Kylian Mbappe put on a show, scoring 2 goals, leading a 3-1 victory for the French team that is hopefully going to try and win this group. And they have a very good shot as Senegal, this team that probably is the second or third best team, depending on how you look at Norway in this group. They put them down with ease in the second half. The first half, if Senegal takes advantage of their opportunities in the first half, they have a very good shot of winning this game, but it just didn't happen for them. They surely will have a chance to do better in the next few games for Senegal, who this is certainly not a game that they expected to get any points out of. They would have liked to, but French team just played better today. Mbappe was outstanding. He actually took the lead from Messi for most World Cup goals, going into tie for second, which obviously Lionel Messi would have something to say about that later. We'll get to that. But that was it for game one. Second game was Iraq taking on Norway, and also in Group I action. Another phenomenal display from a young striker. Erling Haaland in his World Cup debut. Tip of the hat to him. I mean, 2 goals, one is just a classic Erling Haaland goal, sliding in with the boot and just putting it in the back of the net off a great cross. And then the second one, after Iraq equalized just about 10 minutes after his opener, he's able to just pick a back pass to the keeper and slot it home. It was a just terrible pass from the defender back to the keeper. It was awful. Terrible play by Iraq team. They equalized, and Iraq seemed like maybe, but by the hour mark, this was 3-1, and it was just not very competitive. Iraq certainly do not look like they are the lowest of the 4 teams here in Group I, but who knows? They got a game coming up here, and they'll see. There's still 2 to go. Iraq can definitely do something, but Norway, everybody's dark horse pick. I think that they have a good chance of making a deep run in this tournament. I picked them semifinals. If Erling Haaland can keep scoring goals at the rate that he has been, there is no reason to say that they can't go and win this whole thing, really. If he's scoring 2-3 goals a game, I mean, the team had, and there's also talent outside of that. Martin Odegaard, the Norway is not just the Erling Haaland show, but obviously today was the Erling Haaland show. Then we move on to Group J, where it was Argentina versus Algeria in Kansas City. This is a fun one for me personally, just to watch, as I saw a stadium that I go and watch Chiefs games at all the time, and seeing it just packed with Argentina and Algeria fans. It was absolutely incredible to watch. Kansas City Stadium, as they're calling it during this World Cup, absolutely showed up. Kansas City as a whole has just been phenomenal for this World Cup. The fans have been going crazy. Seeing all of the different countries coming in has been great. And the Argentina fans were definitely left with something to cheer for, as Lionel Messi. I mean, where do you even start with this guy? I mean, you thought maybe this year coming in, they wouldn't have the same motivation to win the World Cup because he already has a World Cup, because the last World Cup, it was all motivated to get him his World Cup before he retired. Now he's back, and they say, well, does he have the motivation to do it again? Um, he looked phenomenal. It looked like the 2022 World Cup ended yesterday, and he played this match the day after. Didn't look like 4 years had gone by at all. He was quick. He was attacking. He was moving around. He was quick to get passes, and he was just playing out of his mind. He had a quick goal in the opening 10 minutes that's taken off the board as he was just offside. And then Algeria came back and scored one and looked like, oh, is Algeria going to play here? Called back for offside. And then just a few minutes later, Lionel Messi just gets a pass, takes 2 steps, fires one, and the goalkeeper, Zidane, just got 2 hands on it, but it struck with so much power. There's nothing he could do. Messi celebrates. Argentina fans are going crazy. The whole stadium was just going nuts. He grabs a second in the second half, and it was just it was a shot, bounced, it deflected off the keeper, rebound, and he just does class to just act like he's going into the near post, and then he just slots it home far post, and the keeper has nothing he could do from point blank range like that. And then he picks up a third on just a nasty, just right in bottom corner. The keeper couldn't even do anything about it. It was 3 just beautiful finishes from Lionel Messi. I mean, there's not much else you can say about how he played last night. Algeria looked like they couldn't do anything, really. And I mean, even outside of Messi, who played phenomenally, Enzo Fernandez looked good. Emi Martinez didn't really have much to do. He broke his ring finger a few weeks ago, so that's certainly a storyline for this Argentina team as they look to go back to back. But the rest of the team outside of Messi looked great. They all looked like they were just playing together as a unit. The fan base was there and to support. And Algeria, hey, you're playing the reigning world champion, GOAT on the field. Yeah, that's probably how that one was going to go. But still in a group with Austria and Jordan, there's certainly a chance to get out of this group. Algeria, the only problem is the 3-0 loss definitely puts you in a goal differential battle. You're going to probably need to win these next 2 to make sure you're getting out, or at least get 4 points. If you don't win one of these 2, you're definitely going home. So yeah, phenomenal game. It was great to see. I mean, just as a Kansas City guy, seeing Lionel Messi score his first World Cup hat trick at Arrowhead Stadium or Kansas City Stadium, it was so cool to watch. And he also, I didn't even mention this, he ties Miroslav Klose for most World Cup goals ever. So next game he'll be just 1 goal away from breaking that, which is huge history. So then we went to the late night cap, which it was 11 o'clock kickoff here, midnight in Eastern time. Was not able to watch it. But Austria versus Jordan. Jordan making their World Cup debut, so very fun there. Austria played well. Jordan held their own for sure after watching highlights. Jordan held their own, were able to score an equalizer after an early Austria just banger 20 minutes in. Jordan's able to equalize after the half with another great goal, their first World Cup goal, sent the crowd going crazy. And then Austria gets an own goal later, and then scores a penalty in the 99th minute, 100th minute, something like that, to put it away and secure 3 points. Austria are the clear favorites out of this matchup, and hopefully they can get second in this group and get through. Jordan were just trying to hang around. Certainly their first goal in this World Cup was to get on the board with goals, which they are able to do in their first match, which is great for them. And now they're probably going to look to try and get their first point which will be a huge deal for them. The Jordan fans are surely going to be showing up trying to do that. So another great day of matchups coming up. I'll preview them just like I did yesterday. You got Portugal versus DR Congo, which is ongoing right now. Portugal up 1-0 after a João Neves header in the opening minutes. You got England versus Croatia. Is it coming? Is football coming home? We'll see. Ghana versus Panama and Uzbekistan versus Colombia for the final day of match day 1. And then match day 2 will kick off tomorrow with Mexico and South Korea. That'll be a big one. So huge day of matches. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.